Anyway, we've got something real ambitious as a goal today. If possible, I would like to, first of all, beat the lamb as Magdalene without collecting hearts, coins, or bombs, and complete 3 victory laps. So, not sure how doable that is. Maggie is not a great character. But this can be done, and I'm gonna try. And we're gonna see how it goes and how long it takes. And I might not get all 3 of these goals done, but I will certainly be trying for the first 2. In other words, I don't care so much about the victory lap, but I really do want to try and beat the lamb without collecting hearts, coins, or bombs. And again, we're wrapping up Season 1 now. This beating the lamb with Magdalene is one of the few remaining things I need to do to unlock challenges. So, here we go. Triple shot. I know the Lost is typically the character to play for this sort of challenge, but I needed to do this with Maggie. Anyway, beat the lamb that is, so I figured 2 birds with 1 stone. Why not? Oh. Ooh. What can we get? Luck. Bad trip is fine. Something's wrong is fine. Ah! Well, maybe I will do this with the Lost, although that's going to be a very annoying Lost run, of course. I mean, this is an annoying Maggie run to begin with, but the real question is, can I complete 3 victory laps today? That simplifies things. You're afraid of me, so you're running away, but you're not afraid of me enough that you stop shooting. I don't like that. I wish you could not shoot at me and run away. I think at this point... Oh, ow. It's a win. Ow. Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken too soon. The fly did it. I have 1 heart. Alright, that's Maggie done. What? Wow. What? That's... Wow. Huh? Anyway, I no longer have to worry about anything except winning. That is, beating the lamb 2 more times. 3 more times. Because it's complete the 3rd and start the 4th, isn't it? Who's still alive? Oh. I'm blind. Alright, on to a brand new topic, one that I'm pretty decent at. I really just have the choice between 2 topics here. I'm trying to think of which one I would like to talk about more. Ooh, marbles. Hey, I just unlocked that one. In fact, if I can go find the cursed room real quick, I don't want to take up much more time in this run because it's very long. But, I want to optimize this. Do a lot of optimizations, you see. That should hopefully be enough. Oh yeah, I have Big Bomb. Big-a-Bomb. I want you to attack me. Oh yeah, they'll do double damage. I forgot about that. And there are no more shops, right? Right? I think? To really make this great, I would need flying. Oh, nope, there's the shop. Maybe that's future victory laps. Wow. And a lucky penny. Wow. Okay. If I can keep the stopwatch through the next victory lap, I think that's a win. And I guess I'll keep Maggie's faith. I want the extra heart containers. Assuming I don't get hit, which I've done a decent job of so far. Anyway, topic. Blow up. Oh, I really want that. I really want that. Let's see. Oh. Oh, give it to me. Oh. Oh, sure. So, yeah, I guess I'll keep this, somewhat religious and talk about common Christian misconceptions. Wow. That's very good. Wait, did I get teleported? No. No, I didn't. So, there are a lot of pretty common misconceptions in Christianity. Many of them by Christians, for Christians. And it is worth talking through them. It's not worth dedicating a whole episode to each, necessarily. But that there are enough of them, and they make enough small little topics that I can kind of just lump all of them together. That is fine. Hey, bud. Bye, bud. The nail. Oh, yeah. Right, both. I don't really... Oh. Oh. Don't. Okay. Thinking. I wanted a penny. Give me a penny. So, in my mind, at least, you have Christianity as the Bible talks about it, and then you have pop Christianity. I do not mean to lay the blame on Catholicism, necessarily, for all of this. Actually, certainly not all of it. I have no real use for the Yum Heart at this point. Sad as it is to say, so I'll continue like this. And sure, I'll take a penny. But regardless of the origin, there's a lot of ideas about Christianity that float around in like the zeitgeist, in the common understanding of Christianity, that are not actually very true or biblical, and so I feel it's important to talk about them. Let's blow you up. Oh, that's okay, I have plenty of bombs. Why am I only getting devil deals? I thought a rerun resets that. Oh well. No, and no. Actually, you could help a lot if I wasn't interested in items, which I am. Because I could still be stronger. One such common misconception in Christianity is heaven. And mind you,
experimental pill.
I don't actually have notes in front of me for this. This is just something I've generally prepared for. Thank you. Oh, what am I doing? That was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Extra bomb. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, now, if you're particularly attentive, you may have noticed a change in the music there, but maybe not much else, because I'm getting pretty exact with my editing skills here, but I have paused and spent a while. Well, first of all, I took a break, actually, but then I spent a while, came up with just a few topics to be, like, to have an actual list rather than just, like, aimlessly ramble. And, excuse me, I am a little burpy at the moment. Wrote at least one bullet point for each topic that I wanted to talk about. Sure, well, I was gonna say I was a bit gassy, but, Anyway, let's talk about heaven. Oh. So, heaven. Why is this a misconception? At least so I believe. It's because heaven is often perceived to be this completely spiritual place, and that, you know, when you go there, there's clouds and angels and all that stuff, and it's, like, not very interesting, or, you know, it says that it's eternal paradise or happiness or whatever, but it's, like, seems kind of boring, or, you know, maybe you don't want to worship God, but you do want eternal heaven. That sounds great. So what is it really about? Well, put it simply, heaven isn't meant to be... Oh. I am getting full on health. Now I have you back. I'll keep the rest of my health, though. And continue. Like, the best understanding of heaven comes either from Genesis or from Revelation, in which we see that heaven and earth were sort of meant to be one in the same, that due to the sin of man, mankind that is, heaven was effectively separated from earth, or earth rather from heaven, and so the current state of heaven is one that's more spiritual than physical. But, okay. I will use you now, I guess. Okay. This could be interesting. But that is not the intended version of heaven, really. That is the current state of it. It is a temporary state of heaven. To analyze the Bible, the Bible like this, but that it, you know, Earth was created as part of heaven, and Earth will return to being part of heaven. Oh, no more tears up. So, what that means is that the eternal afterlife waiting for us, waiting for all of us who are saved, which is not everyone, but, you know, waiting for people who will go to heaven, I should say. That eternal afterlife actually looks a lot more like life on Earth, except without pain, without sorrow, without tears. It's speculated that there will still be jobs, that there will still be even sex and pregnancy, but no marriage, oddly enough. That one, theologians are pretty confident about. How can you have babies without marriage and be biblically accurate? Because the concept of marriage in heaven, this is getting into a more specific topic here, but in heaven there is no need for marriage, basically. So I consider that a pretty strong misconception because, again, everyone's perception of Christianity, the pop culture perception of Christianity, is that it's, again, heaven is this floaty cloud spiritual place where you sing all the time, and it's like, no, Book of Revelations clearly says there's going to be a city surrounding the tree of life. So, you know, I'm really not sure, and that's just a description as well. There are, of course, several more major ones to consider, but I like using that one in particular because I think it's pretty neat. It's not a side of heaven, really, that we tend to think about. Huh? What? What? I think that's a bug. Huh. I might actually write a bug report or something. Interesting. Very interesting. Hello, Moom. Oh, Red Moom. Bye, Moom. Books. 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 Oh, yes. I will take this book. And then I will take this book. Sorry, Bibble. Oh yeah, I could have used the Bibble. Oh well. Do you have anything that suits my fancy? Not worth it. Not for the time commitment. Anyway, that's a brief overview of heaven. Now let's go to a brief overview of hell. Yes, because it's naturally the next on the list here of Christian misconceptions. So this one is less of a misconception, but more of a clarification of what the Bible does and does not say regarding hell. So the perception is often that hell is full of fire and brimstone, and although that language has been used to describe hell in general before, that is not really a great description. Now, the only thing, perhaps let me put it this way. The most convincing understanding of hell, or that's not the words I'm meant to use. The most persuasive descriptions of hell, in my opinion at least, come from Jesus himself, where he basically just describes hell as a place full of, as he calls it, weeping and gnashing of teeth, which is to say, anger and regret. So, very fun, right? He doesn't say much more than that. No descriptions of hellfire and brimstone, because those descriptions come from the Book of Revelations. Specifically, they are meant as the punishment for Satan and his followers, for their rebellion and for their evil and leading mankind astray and all that stuff. Power pill. I would like that. And I think I'm gonna forgo that. I know how important flight can be, but where was that battery? It was all the way over there. Anyway, Hellfire and Brimstone, again, reserved for Satan and his followers. Now, there is some ambiguity there of who exactly are Satan's followers in the Book of Revelations. Is it just fallen angels, or does it also include potential humans? That is up for debate. Regardless, it is still certainly true that hell is a place that you want to avoid if possible. So again, insofar as that description is concerned, this is more of a clarification than truly a clearing up a misconception about hell. But there is a lot, and I really do mean a lot, to talk about if you're interested in the theology of hell. It has been well thought through and well studied, and it is not, in my opinion at least, not as cruel of God to subject humanity to hell as you may first initially believe. Oh, ow. What? I missed whatever happened there. Oh well. A fool. Not interested. Ooh, healthy room. Ah, love to see a build come together like this. Ooh, did I get him? I think I got him. It's nice that I'm small, too, because no, that might still go away with the future runs, but anyway. Hell. More nuanced than you'd expect, in my opinion. You're free to research it yourself, but the last thing I would encourage you to do is assume that you know the answers or are smarter than everyone else in this regard. Trust me, it is not so straightforward. I'll take you. And we'll continue. Next, I want to talk about sin. So, sin itself, the original words in Hebrew that tend to be used for sin are more words that would be better translated as dysfunctional rather than evil. So, committing a sin is to more or less go against your nature, go against God's designed plans for you, rather than to commit an act of evil that is something a bit different. And this is a scary room. Good, good. And even the word sin in English itself actually comes from archery. It is the term in archery for missing a shot. That's all it is. So yes, sin is wrong. Sin is bad enough to cause eternal separation from God in hell. But it's pitiful when someone sins, not evil, so to speak. Of course, evil still does exist. People can do horrible things to each other. Horrible things can be done to people. Evil may also exist insofar as, environmental evils like tragedies, earthquakes, volcano eruptions, or the like, affecting people and destroying lives. That is, by most definitions, another form of evil. Give it to me. And oh yeah, it fills in from the back. Oh well. Where are you? Ah! More ghosts. But again, the the way the Bible presents sin is really more of a dysfunction or disorder, but not a disorder that where it's a disorder that we put on ourselves, not one that is just out there in the world and we might happen to catch it or happen to be born with it. No, we did this to ourselves. Although that also gets into a bit about the original sin, but that's a topic I'm actually not intending to cover today because I'm not sure that's popular enough to really have many misconceptions. Oh, nice. Next up, I want to talk about demons. Demons. So, of course, biblically, demons are fallen angels, no surprise there. Guppy is a bad idea for me because I am likely to lose my items after I complete this victory lap. Die. And yeah, I should be using this too. Oh, hey bud. Anyway, demons, of course, again, fallen angels. There are no spiritual beings, according to Christianity at least, other than angels, really, and demons, except again, demons are just kind of angels as well. Fallen angels, evil angels, angels that have turned their backs on God for one reason or another. Perhaps they are falling in line with Satan, or perhaps they are just rebelling like Satan. It is not clear, actually, in the Bible whether Satan is the king of the demons and that they all swear undying fealty to him, or whether it's just that he convinced them to all get in on his little revolution and that he is like the worst of them, sure, but that he just kind of doesn't, only kind of sort of rules them. Kind of. Again, the Bible isn't really clear about that. Of course, according to the book of Revelations, there's going to be a big war and all, and also, according to Paul in the New Testament, I forget where, I didn't write down any verses for this because this is all impromptu, but there's spiritual warfare going on all the time in the background of life itself that we just aren't typically aware of. Oh, cool. Ooh, almost touched that. So maybe the demons are more of a concrete side. I might be able to get the super bum transformation. I have only gotten that once ever. Interesting. Food for thought. Ooh. And now, all black hearts. Nice. Anyway, demons are, of course, not just fallen angels. They are also generally evil and bad and wicked and tempt humanity into evil, or even create evil, commit evil acts against people. Maybe not so surprising there, but you may be very surprised to learn that they aren't really that big of a deal according to the Bible. Kind of, sort of, with some asterisks. So there's a lot of comparisons between Judaism... Oh, there's conjoined. Oh boy. There are a lot of comparisons that are made between Judaism and Zoroastrianism, with the argument that Judaism actually evolved from Zoroastrianism. I personally don't find that theory very likely. Now, perhaps that deserves its own topic one day, but in my opinion, at least, oh, okay. Ah, fire! Oh, 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 there you are. And yeah, I'll use you. Yes. Okay, I should have lost a whole bunch of stuff. Why are you vibrating? What is going on? Oh, but I have the stopwatch still. That is excellent. Okay. I also don't have my other book with me, but that's all right. That's all right. I don't know why he's vibrating like this. It's concerning me. Also, I think he is slightly lagging out my game. Weirdly enough. Oh, you die? No, you live. Impressive. Oh, very nice. Oh, I can't get Super Bum anymore. All my bums are gone. Oh, man. I was kind of looking forward to that. Do I even... Oh, thank you. Do I even have... No, I don't. Huh. Anyway. I've lost a lot. But back to the topic at hand. Oh. I shouldn't have picked that up. Probably. Probably. Do I still have the goat head? I do not. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And I do have the one pretty fly still, and we continue. I can't wait to see my health. So, what do I mean when I say demons really aren't that big of a deal in the Bible? I mean specifically that, if you're gonna compare Judaism to Zoroastrianism, I feel that isn't very appropriate because Satan has a minor role in the Bible. Zoroastrianism being a, oh, thank you. Being a, you know, what's the most appropriate term here? Near Eastern? Ancient religion that is still practiced today, which focuses on there being one ultimate good deity and one ultimate evil deity. And so a lot of people just make a very cursory comparison between Zoroastrianism and Judaism and say, oh, Judaism is the natural evolution of it. You just reduce the role of the... Oh, I can get rid of it. You reduce the role of the evil deity a bit, but, you know, Satan is basically like the evil deity. Yeah, it's still doing it. Interesting. And so it's clear how they're pretty similar, but it's like Satan only appears a few times total in the entire Bible. He is a villain. He is the villain, even. I kinda wanna... That's not Judas's shadow. It's my shadow. I'm pretty sure. But I kinda... I wanna see what happens. What? What is going on? Okay. Sure. Oh, no lucky pennies. Satan is certainly the antagonist of the Bible, of Judaism and Christianity, but he's, again, only mentioned a few times total. They are at some pretty important moments, such as, you know, the creation of the world and humanity, and also in, you know, a lot of end times prophecies, eschatology, that sort of stuff. Speedball again. I guess I'll accept it. But, like, yes, Paul says that Satan, prowls around like a roaring lion and all that. But at the same time, a lot of the advice in the New Testament seems to be more about, great, thanks. Being careful not to stumble or sin yourself, rather than just resisting external evils. So, both are components of Christianity, to be clear. Get wrecked. But if I had forgotten to use this. If Judaism really did derive from Zoroastrianism, I at least would assume a much greater role, a greater presence by the ultimate bad guy in the book, in the entirety of the book. And yet, that's not what we see. There are just, like, the total number of times Satan is mentioned is probably less than 10. Now, the word Satan itself may be used a number of other times. I got you back. And Bookworm is back. And I guess I'll keep you. I don't know. Was that wise? Maybe? Maybe. Oh, yeah, here's what I can do. I'll keep you, and I'll actually get rid of you. I'll do it this way. Because after I beat the land this run, then I'm gonna be the Lost, and I'm gonna have no need for stuff like that. And I will now accept it. Oh boy. This is kind of wild. Great, thanks. Oh boy. Brother Bobby! More conjoined, if it's possible. So the word Satan, at least in the Old Testament, can mean just like prosecutor is one potential translation. It could be like adversary or interrogator, sort of, kind of. So the word Satan may appear in the Bible more than just like 10 times, but my assertion is that Satan, the character, the ultimate evil bad guy, is really only in the Bible a handful of times. Not nearly as much as you'd expect for, again, being the big bad evil guy of the Bible. So that's pretty neat. Next up, faith and believing. A lot of people... Oh, thank you. Oh, I could get both and completely ruin myself. Where item room? A lot of people who speculate on heaven and its fairness tend to say something along the lines of, well, if you're a good person, you should be able to go to heaven, and there are some Catholic beliefs, even though I don't actually know what the official stance of the Catholic Church is on some of these, that good enough people will go to heaven. Yeah, I'll use that. You are far away, mister. I missed, mister. Yeah, whatever. Sure. So again, I'm not sure what the official stance of the Catholic Church is on some of these things. I apologize for that, but it is. I have absolutely heard it from some Catholic people I've known that, you know, if you're good enough, even if you aren't Christian, that God will let you into heaven anyway. But that's not biblical, because the Old Testament understanding of heaven, this gets back into heaven a little bit, is that God is good and we are not, and we can never enter heaven, and that's not even a question. It's not even a concern of ours that we should even consider joining God in heaven, because we just so clearly don't deserve it. I'll take you. Sure. But that through Christianity, through Jesus and his sacrifice, now we may enter, have the gift of salvation is offered to everyone, and all you need to do is basically just say that you'll accept it, or believe in your heart that you'll accept it. And that's kind of it. I am terrified and loving this build at the same time. Oh. Die. There we are. Great. Thanks. None of these are lucky, are they? No, it doesn't look like it. Cool. Where is the item room? Ah, thank you. Perfect. Okay, great. I know I haven't been using my items nearly as much as I should, but whatever. So again, if the nature of God's holiness is such that we shouldn't even consider being able to get into heaven ourselves, because it almost wouldn't be fair to God that we, such fallible, imperfect beings, are able to enter heaven, and it puts a bit of a different light on the whole fairness of entering heaven idea. Oh. Well, I can't... Oops, that was a mistake. Oh well. Can't really use... Wait, I can use you now, can't I? Oh. Oh. Huh. Let's get you. Okay, great. And you. And now we leave. So, yeah, it's not a perspective a lot of people consider when they muse about heaven and fairness and of salvation and that sort of stuff. I think it's worth keeping in mind. Ooh. I think I avoided all of that, but I'm not entirely sure. Now that, I didn't. Ooh. There we are. I wanted to go and grab the sun again. Perfect. The Father and the Son. Bye, Mom. Extra conjoined. Yes. Oh, I should have gotten the little horn. Oh well. Oops. Well, now I have another good follower. Let's see. So, what the Bible does say about salvation is that it is a free gift offered to all people. God is the one who paid the price, but that doesn't mean that everyone is going to enter heaven. There you were. Why not? Because, well, as Jesus puts it in one of his parables, just because everyone is invited to a party does not mean that the host has no right to kick out people that aren't dressed appropriately for the occasion. Which is a bit of an indirect metaphor. Of course, it's Jesus we're talking about, so there's a lot of that going on. But he does have a point. And let's get you... Okay, High Priestess. Alright, alright. Ooh, okay. Oh, the one that screwed my run. Wow. I didn't need to use that, but I felt like it. Yes! And actually, I will take Judas's Shadow. That is a good item for me, for once ever, because I just need a win. And now I go back and collect the sun. Now, there is some minor confusion over whether, in order to be saved, you just need to believe it in your heart or confess it to other people. Both are kind of sort of the same. They should, in theory, be the same, but some people are going to continue to argue about the finer details of the logic here, and I can't help but smile because I appreciate that. Not because I think they're wrong to do that. I do appreciate it. Good run, good run. I could potentially go straight to the dark room if I sacrifice a ton of health. So, you know, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, nice. And I guess I'll save you for next floor, whatever. And gone. Whee! Strength. I have no need for strength. All I really care about is, like, either the Emperor or a map. Ooh, very nice. Not necessary at this point, but appreciated, nonetheless. Let's see, next up, I wanted to mention a little bit about the character of Jesus himself. Only because this is a... this is a popular point to be made in Christian theology, is the argument that is often... no thanks. Simplified down to liar, lunatic, or lord. But even if it's not a perfect argument, I do find that it has some sufficient convincing power to it. Some. The argument goes something like this. Jesus, given his character in the Bible, how he portrays himself, how he interacts with people, in order for what he has claimed about himself to... assuming that he existed as a historical person, and given what he claimed about himself, you can only conclude that he is either a liar, a lunatic... Ooh, extra the sun. That's what I want to see. Oh, well, the boss was right there, but whatever. Or that he is actually the Lord. More specifically, that suggests that, again, assuming that Jesus existed as a historical person, which most scholars do agree he did now, even secular scholars, he is either telling the truth that he is God in the flesh, or he is lying about it, knowingly deceiving people, but he doesn't really seem to have that character, at least insofar as he's revealed in the Gospels. No. Maybe, when I'm done here. Whoa, skeleton. Oh, Bumbo. Well, I'll take... Oh, I actually did not want to take that. Uh-oh. Is this the end of me? Actually, probably not, because I'm not really holding the fire button very much. Another the sun. All right. I'm pressing it a lot, which should severely reduce the potential for number 2. Let's see, so Jesus is either a liar, that he's knowingly deceiving people, but that's hard to believe considering he turned down invitations by the social elite to parties in order to continue hanging out and healing poor people and social outcasts and prostitutes. Or he's a lunatic. He's completely crazy. But again, he comes across as very sane, very knowledgeable, very wise. That he certainly seems to know what he's doing. So then why make such an outlandish claim that he is God in the flesh? Well, perhaps it is true then. Again, it's not a perfect argument. It is because it does hinge on a few things. Ooh, sure. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, okay. Ow. Ow! Okay, that's a kill if I were the Lost right now. I am dead if I were the Lost. And now I am the Lost. What? I have the Holy Mantle and a Dice Shard. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, okay, great, thanks, Butt Bomb. Where's the way out? Where's the way out? I will accept the moon. I am tiny. It is difficult to see where I am. And also, what are my buddies doing now? And sure, I'll continue to feed Bumbo, why not at this point? And I can feel free to pick stuff up. Give me an item? No. Let's see. Now the whole Liar Lunatic Lord thing is, in my opinion, again, pretty convincing only because, like, you look at how Jesus is considered by Muslims. According to Islamic faith, Jesus was a prophet himself, but there's a lot of disagreement that, what are they doing? But there's disagreement that he actually said things that he said, where it's kind of, yeah, okay. Oh, he's fully evolved. Double active. The Magician. Now, the Magician could be worth keeping to the end. I'll be honest with you. That might be good against the Lamb. Thank you, Bumbo. Oh, spun. Oh, luck up. Again, this argument assumes that there are only those 3 possibilities, Liar, Lunatic, or Lord. There may be more. And also, it depends on everyone agreeing that Jesus existed historically, which not everyone does. No, I don't want to be larger. Let's see. Next, I wanted to talk about the character of the apostles. So similarly, there are a lot of debates and arguments about the apostles, and, you know, if Christianity isn't true, then obviously they must be lying or something similar, but there, again, you run into a pretty similar problem, considering that 10 of the 11 apostles, at least according to tradition, were all horribly killed. So they certainly seem to believe in, you know, their own beliefs in Christianity, down to the bitter end. So how do you reconcile that if they were lying? Well, they probably weren't lying then, which also means it's unlikely for them to have simply stolen the body of Jesus from the tomb. It's not that they couldn't have, it's that it doesn't fit their character, their interests. Yay. Oh, interesting. Sure. Maybe I'll get a ball of bandages. Considering they were willing to die for their beliefs, it doesn't make sense. Hi. That this would just be a charade, that they're trying to get something out of it. It makes more sense that they really do believe in what they were preaching, no matter how radical it was. Ooh, get away from me. Now, that still leaves the possibility of all of them being lunatics, and which, again, is unlikely because of how many of them there were. Doesn't mean that they couldn't have been all deceived, but it also puts suspicion on everyone that they converted, because if it were just a small group of lunatics, then why did this spread and turn into the religion that it is today? It is possible, but again, in my opinion, unlikely. Oh, good, I did increase my tier rate still. Oh, and I still have that extra life as well. That's fantastic. You don't actually do much for me, so I'm not even gonna risk it for the biscuit and continue on without you. At this point, do I really care about collecting all the items? Not really. So if this is a way down, I think I'll take it. Oh no. Oh well. So again, we run into a similar trilemma here of liar, lunatic, lord for the apostles, with, in my opinion, similar conclusions, although again, neither argument is rock solid. And it's a crawl space this time. Oh no. Huh. Sure. Oh, one of my dimensional babies fixed itself. Huh. Weird. Let's see, those are all the biggest misconceptions in Christianity that I can think of. Maybe the last few weren't really misconceptions. That could be really good. I'm thinking about it. Thinking here. But you can maybe just consider all of this to be more like a sort of Christianity 101 sort of deal. Yes, I will use that. I'm glad I did. Oh, he didn't evolve yet. And now we skip. Skip to the loo. Uh-oh. Are there more common misconceptions in Christianity? Yeah, probably. These are the ones that I thought of off the top of my head. Because, as it turns out, pop Christianity, as I call it, is... Ow. Pretty popular. Shocking. And gone. Ooh, does that work for me? I think it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Judgment. Okay, great. Thanks. Bye-bye now. Increased effect timer. Maybe. Ow. Where'd you go? There we are. I knew I'd hit him at some point. Uh-oh. Ugh, this is scary. I mean, it's actually not that scary, all things considered, compared to previous runs I've done, but still nervous. Again? Really?
Dice.
Second tomato. Sure. Double the tomato action. Twice the tomatoes per minute. ppm. Where are you? Oh, thank you for the chest, someone. Quince. Ooh, quince. Ears down means nothing to me at this point. Yes, mother. Very nice. What bomb? Good, good. Yeah, I'll take you. Extra damage. And we continue. We're getting close. A fool. A fool. I could rehash some previous things I've said. Oh, good. I was hoping he would die. Ah, that's nice. This is something real special, you know? Being able to reliably crush those guys. So I could rehash some other things that I've talked about in the past in regards to Christianity, like the way the Bible is actually broken down, what's actually in the Bible. There aren't that many rules involved. Nearly not as many as you think, anyway. Burp. Oh. Where chest? You chest. Oh. Oh, there you are. Which, I don't know. I guess I can to keep things interesting, so that I have a topic to talk about. That was close. So the Bible, again, not actually that many rules in it. What rules there are come in just a few short bursts. Particularly, you know, like the Ten Commandments or the entire book of, like, Leviticus. But some of the things Jesus says as well. Oh, I almost got hit by that. Beautiful. A large portion of the Bible is actually history and poetry compared to, you know, what people's expectations are. Ooh, okay. Can I find the boss now, please? I'm done. I'm ready. I love it. Bye, Mama. Excuse me. Ooh. You. And we continue. Let's see. One thing I wanted to mention a few days ago that I forgot to completely, is how common it is in the Bible for God to speak to people directly. You know, you assume that reading the Bible, God must be speaking to people all the time or something. No, thank you. But if you really look at biblical history and compute some, you know, times, some intervals. Excellent. Then what you're looking at is a pattern where God very, very rarely speaks to anyone directly or even indirectly for that matter. But when he does, it tends to be in bursts of activity. In other words, God speaks a lot to Abraham, for example, but then possibly hundreds of years go by. Well, I mean, that's not really true, but for the sake of example, you can consider it to be the case that, oh, okay, that hundreds of years go by, and then, like, you get Elijah, and God speaks a fair bit to Elijah or Isaiah, and then, again, hundreds of years go by with little to nothing from God, although God makes it clear that his intention is for people to just keep following his commandments without him needing to reprimand people or micromanage them or anything, that he's already given them everything that they need to do. It's just a matter of doing it. There's not anything new to say. And yet people still fail a lot. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, what are we looking at here? Ow! That... I might take that. I'm not sure if it actually applies to the Holy Mantle. Let's test it. It does. I think that's the way to go. Yeah. Bye-bye. Okay. 2 more floors. Anyway, my point in saying all that is just to say that, like, God really doesn't speak to people directly very much at all. So, I would encourage you not to think of yourself as, either extra deserving of God's ear in this case. Well, his mouth, rather, I guess. It does say... Oh, what happened? Okay, I see what happened. I got confused. A lot of things happen on the screen. I'm scared. The Bible does say that God always listens to us. He always knows our struggles and all of that. But if we're the ones demanding to hear from him, to hear him speak to us, that is, first of all, a bit presumptuous and arrogant of us, in a way. Although I don't totally fault anyone for wanting that either. In fact, I don't fault anyone for wanting it, but it's just... It's, how do I put it? When you really consider the context of it, then it's, yeah, it's kind of... Oh, yes. Hierophant. Okay, great. It does come across as arrogant considering how many important figures in the Bible who were very holy also probably wanted to hear God speak to them a lot and didn't. Didn't get that opportunity. Okay. Nice. Hey! Alright. Whoop. Okay. I am scared. I am nervous. But I am not panicking. Oh! 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 I can't see anything! I already have spawn. I'm good. This is wild. Yay, thank you. There is more to say about the... Sure, I'll go with chaos. Why not? There's more to say about the topic of, like, wanting to hear God speak to you directly. I guess I've been considering the utility of actually using the magician, and I'm not convinced, but Chariot will certainly keep me alive. Is this Beelzebub? Yes. Good, good, finally. Oh. Look for the red tears and avoid those. That's all I need to do. Come get this one. Okay. Oh. Again, lots to talk about, and there are plenty more episodes left in this series. So lots of time to do it as well. Here we are. Okay. Okay, get out of the menu. He got blown away. That's kind of funny. And it's done. Oh, no Holy Mantle either, so... Oh, no, there's the Holy Mantle. Okay. Well... that is 2 of the 3 goals I wanted done for today. I'm probably going to separate this into 2 episodes, but I won't release them on separate days because this is one continuous run. It'll just be like a bonus episode. But you already know that now, don't you? Anyway... Oh, yeah, right. Fantastic. That feels good. I never have to do a long run like that again. I just have to do awkward and painful runs instead. But, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something today, and I hope I will see you again tomorrow. Take care.